Hi everyone, good evening from Auckland. So good to be back after our amazing conference last weekend. It was just so phenomenal. But tonight I actually want to talk about something a little bit personal, something I haven't really sort of admitted to before, and about a new health challenge that I'm about to take on. So it's yeah, I'm about to take on an 8 week body transformation health challenge, and everyone sort of has different reasons for these things, I guess, and different things they like or don't like about their body. And so if you can relate to that at all, feel free to comment if there's parts of your body you don't like. I think most people that you ask and talk to would say that there are parts of themselves that they would change if they could. So I'm going to take on a challenge to see if I can do something about that. Now, my biggest problem has always been an addiction to sugar, and kind of thus far I have got away with that. But now that I have turned 40, I have noticed over recent years that I can't just eat whatever I want and get away with it. It's starting to slowly show over time. And I've never had a problem with my body per se. I've always been pretty happy and pretty lucky. I've never loved it in a bikini, if I'm being totally honest with myself. Never loved my thighs, but I've been okay with it. You know, it's a healthy body. I've never been big, and it's always looked all right in clothes, in my opinion. But I have always had a really, really unhealthy relationship with sugar. So as a child, I would often get treats that weren't always known about and squirrel them away or hide them away, which I guess to me shows that even from a young age, I knew that. Hi, Sherry, welcome to the call. I knew from a young age that eating that much sugar was probably not a good thing if I was hiding it. So that's where I kind of consider that it's an unhealthy habit. And part of getting personal is admitting that there is still a bit of a habit that I have carried to this day. There is times when I will go out to the shops and add a little treat, and because I've done that, I'll get rid of the receipt so that Dan doesn't see. There are times that I will, if I'm getting petrol when I'm out with the kids, get a treat and hide it in my handbag and pick away at it over the next couple of days. I'm kind of embarrassed to admit this actually. So yeah, I've always had an unhealthy relationship with sugar, and it's always been something that I have craved. And I've kind of decided that now is the time to do something about it. Now, as I said before, I've always got away with that. It's kind of never shown up too badly on my body, and I've never done it consistently. It'll be that I'll have a craving, I'll binge, and then I might not do it again for a week or so. But that's an unhealthy relationship. If you're hiding it from people, you know that that's not good. So I've kind of recognized now's the time to do something, because the more, thank you, Sherry, I'm so glad to know that someone else does it. It's embarrassing. It's like having an addiction to alcohol or something else when you're hiding it from your family. So yeah, it's something that I want to deal with. And so the more I've kind of learned about sugar and it not just being about weight and all the other harmful effects on your body, the more I've realized that I need to do something about this. I think it's my responsibility as a mum to take better care of myself and to make sure that I'm here for as long as possible and that I'm not unnecessarily damaging my body. I think that's irresponsible. And so I've actually decided that it's time to make a change. Now, everyone has different goals, as I say. Mine is not necessarily massively how I look, though I could do with shedding a bit. I've never been a big dieter, and so that's not something that's appealed, and that's not something I would go in for. But recently, we have launched a new program that piqued my interest and made me think, you know what, I can do that, because it's not a program that is about dieting, about restricting food groups. I can't do that anyway. It's actually a program that's just about getting healthy in whatever way that is for you. Now, for me, it's getting rid of sugar cravings and losing a little bit of weight. For some people, it might actually be that they want to gain weight or gain muscle. That, and if you relate to that one, feel free to comment below. you know, some people have always been called too skinny by family, and so they want to bulk up slightly. Some people will want to lose weight. Of course they will. I think that's pretty common in today's society. Hey, Camilla, that you would want to drop some weight, especially again as you approach your 40s. Everything stores a bit more easily. And there'll be loads of different goals. So if you can relate to this and you would like to join me in this challenge, what I would really like to do, it's an 8-week challenge, and it's about changing your nutritional habits and making new habits that will be lifelong. That's the aim. And it's not about restricting your diet. It's not about being hungry. It's not about cutting, yeah, a 6-pack. Wouldn't we all want that, Camilla? It's not about cutting foods out and being miserable. It's just about learning how to balance what you eat. So if you'd like to join me, what I'd love to do is create a group of people that we can all do it together, support each other, pat each other on the back as we hit those goals, and make it a really fun experience and make us part of a community. So it's not something where you feel isolated or you think, oh, this is too hard. And I think it would keep us all accountable, and I'd love some people to do it with me. So I'm hoping that some of you listening to this can relate to some of what I've said, or might be thinking, you know what, I've always had that 3, 5, whatever kgs that I've wanted to lose, but I've never done anything about it. That maybe this might be the time that it motivates you to just draw that line in the sand and decide that you're going to jump on board and do something about it. So if you would like to, yay, Sherry, let's do it together. If you would like to join me, please get in touch, comment below, contact me. And let's smash out some goals together and make 2017 our healthiest year yet. All right, have an awesome evening, everyone, and I look forward to hearing from you. Night.